Good evening, everybody. Thank y'all for being here today. Um, we do not have a guest speaker today, so y'all are going to get to hear me for the entire time, just like at the kickoff. So if you don't like my voice, Justina, you can get out. All right. If you if you if you don't like my voice, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to hear uh this, I guess, for the next hour. Um, we're gonna talk a little bit about graduate school today. Just some refreshers over the ATA stuff, as far as requirements. Also, per usual, there will be Q&A, so y'all get to ask me all of the questions. If I tell you I ain't got the answer, I ain't got the answer. Don't get mad at me. All right. But I will try to answer your questions to the best of my abilities, should you have them. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. The wonderful Erica Skinner is my clicker today because I don't know how else we're supposed to do things. All right. So as far as the agenda, we'll go over just ATA requirements one more time. We did have a good handful, I say a handful, a few handfuls of new students added to the ATA program since our last meeting. So we'll just kind of go over that information for those of them who are present today, but maybe have not had a meeting with their success coach or a peer mentor just yet. And I mean, some of y'all that have been in ATA, you still might have some questions about some of the assignments and different things like that. We'll kind of talk a little bit about some of the takeaways from the grad school trip. Shout out to everybody who went with us to South Texas College of Law to find out just how damn expensive law school is. We'll also go over like some general information about grad school for those of you where that is the next step for you, right? Canvas reminders. I don't. We probably won't do a walkthrough over it, but then just reminding y'all, Canvas is going to be used the same exact way as it is used for most of your classes. Lounge updates. And then some important dates that you are for sure going to want to make sure you take a picture of. But y'all should know these. The university has been sending out the main ones as far as registration and shopping cart information as well. And then sort of kind of a scholarship update. Y'all are going to ask me a bunch of questions about that, and I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't got the answers. But I am trying to work on the answers. So I will tell y'all kind of what I'm thinking about doing, and hopefully you don't yell at me afterwards. All right. So just as a refresher, okay, each semester an ATA student is supposed to accumulate 5 points per semester. 3 of those points are automatically mandatory, right? So you're supposed to meet with your success coach at least 2 times a semester. The preference is that if you're only going to do those 2 meetings, it happened at the beginning of the semester and then after midterms, right? So the beginning of the semester, you talk to your success coach, we do some goal setting, try to figure out what it is, what's the best way for us to work together, right? As far as that academic support relationship is concerned. And then that final one is where we kind of want to do a wrap up, right? What is going on? How did the semester go? What didn't go well? What did go well? Are you registered? Right? Do you hate me? I'm kidding. Some of you probably do, but that's okay. All right. The Focus 2 assessment and career coaching session, right? Thank you to those of you who have been doing it. I get a lot of great feedback from the Career Center. Tiffany Register has been letting me know that a lot of y'all have been attending those meetings, bringing your note sheet, right? Please, though, stop writing on the note sheet that you're only doing this because ATA said that you had to get it signed. Like, just like use the note sheet, like for your notes. Don't tell the career coach that you're an ATA and that's the only reason you're using the sheet. They know. We had a meeting with them about that sheet, so you don't need to put that on there. And then you just upload those documents, right? Upload the PDF for the Focus 2 assessment, Many of you still have not done that. And some of you have done the Focus 2 assessment, but you haven't done that extra piece, right? Uploading the proof that you went and you spoke to your career coach, right? So if y'all remember from last semester, we took away one of the mandatory success coaching meetings because we want that third one, or, you know, that extra meeting. Go ahead and use that with your career counselor. Okay. You have to create a Jobs for Gators or Gator hired account in order to schedule an appointment with your career coach. We went over that last program meeting. And then all of the other optional things, right? So the reflection from program meetings. So this one should be active as soon as this program meeting is over. So if you want to do a reflection over what you learned today, any of our workshops that we do as far as GSI, Brenda, where's Brenda? Brenda has been texting me every time that we have a workshop, like, hey, do we have the reflection form for that? And the answer is usually nope. I'll go do that right now. So if we run into a situation where I haven't put one of those up, feel free to shoot me an email. If there's something that's happening on campus that we don't have a reflection essay over or a reflection assignment in Canvas over, shoot me an email so that I can try to get that on there. Okay. Where was I? Peer mentor meetings. Please, please, please go talk to your peer mentors. They are dying to meet with you. They do have appointment links, just like we do as far as success coaches. So if you are needing to schedule a time to meet with your peer mentor, you can schedule one with them the same way. They should have been sending out those appointment links to you via email. Stop ignoring their emails, please. Some of y'all are giggling, so we know which ones it is. All right. CLC field learning trips. So for this semester, that one was the career or the graduate school trip that we just talked about. My plans are for the fall semester and spring semester next year for us to do 2 trips per semester. Okay. So if you are those are my plans. Don't start cheering yet. Those are the plans. All right. So the hope is for us to do a graduate school trip and then a career trip each semester. Right. So if you have some ideas about where you want to visit, I am all about democracy. All right. Go ahead and send me some ideas. For those of you that don't think that I look at suggestion boxes and stuff like that, the mentors can vouch that I do go up there and check the suggestion boxes, and I am always asking y'all what y'all think about stuff. So please do not hesitate to let me know. Experiential learning, I have finally updated the experiential learning activity in Canvas. So you will be able to do that. It is a very long read, so make sure you read the whole thing so that you do that assignment correctly. And then the ATA professional portfolio. So that is actually part of, that's if you basically take the Focus 2 assessment assignment and then go beyond, right? So getting the professional headshot done, is it a resume, right? The resume, professional headshot, is there a mock interview? And then the mock interview and then the reflection essay over those parts, right? So you meeting with your career coach helps you get that started. So if you want those 2 points, let them know, hey, I have to do this assignment. How do I do these other things as well? Okay, we definitely want y'all getting acclimated to the career portion of this because a lot of you are in your senior year. You need to get a job. They can help. All right. And then ARP for transfer students. Yeah. So if you are already in ARP, you already know that. So we're good to go. For the probationary students. Any questions about the expectations or the 5 points? Okay. All right. Okay. We'll go Lakeisha first. That's a good question. Technically, that is correct. If you have 5 total points, but you have not solidified your 3 mandatory parts, right? then technically you are still not eligible, right? You need to do the mandatory parts. You can't just go meet with your peer mentor 5 times in a semester and be like, I bet I'm done. Okay, that's not how that works. So yes, thank you for that. That was a good question. Justina. No, you forgot it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you remember, can he repeat the questions when they ask because you can't hear? Okay. Yeah. What? Well, I did. I repeated the first one, right? Did I? Or did I just answer? I asked it. I said, okay, all right. Hey, don't be yelling at me. But I did see another question in there that was talking about experiential learning. So as a reminder of what experiential learning is, I believe the options are internship, service learning, university research, study abroad. Those are the 4 areas. So if you did any of those 4 things, you can do a write up on it. But if you go into Canvas and you look for the experiential learning activity, like the assignment, you will be able to see exactly what experiential learning counts for. Okay. Yes. Program meeting. Okay. Make it up. Okay, so we just had a student just ask if you miss the February program meeting, can you make it up? Right. So yes, if you miss any program meetings that we do, the way that you can make up for it is by scheduling an additional meeting with your success coach, or if they are unavailable because you have Heidi and her calendar is outrageous, then you can meet with a peer mentor. Or I guess me, but also my calendar is also outrageous. Just not with meetings, just with meetings. All right. Yeah. I answered that. Okay, let's move on before somebody else asks me a question. All right. Okay, so y'all are laughing. I'm so serious. So South Texas College of Law, the grad school trip. It was dope. It was really cool. Look at us. Look how y'all looking. Looking how y'all looking up there, all professional, wanting to be lawyers and stuff like that. So this was a cool trip. This particular grad school is less than 10 minutes away from this location. It's actually on San Jacinto Street. So they gave us a tour of the entire school. I should have wore sneakers. If you look in that picture, your boy got on dress shoes. My feet were killing me. But they gave us a really cool tour. It's a beautiful campus. It's a lot bigger than you would actually think that it is once you get in there. But some takeaways from the trip. Oh, also, that's the view from one of their study areas, that middle picture. People go out there and eat like their lunch and study and have like study sessions, kind of like our 3rd floor here. But I feel like that's like their 8th floor or 6th floor or something like that. So they have a view overlooking the Toyota Center. So it's actually pretty cool. So takeaways from the trip: law school is expensive. Duh, right? Y'all know that. But this particular school is technically cheaper. I say cheaper like that because it's still 40 grand a year. Okay. And it is a private school. So this is technically a private school and it has private funding. But they do have scholarships and financial aid. They do have, I believe it's, the Dean Merit Scholarship. So that's based off of your undergraduate performance. So one of the biggest things about grad school is your undergraduate performance matters, right? So they will be looking at your transcripts, all of those different things. This particular school, you can take the LSAT or the GRE. So if you were not wanting to take the LSAT for law school, this particular school will accept the GRE. The mean or median score, I believe they said that they're looking for is a 152 on the LSAT. And they have an equation for the GRE that gives an equivalence to the LSAT. They do have part-time programming and a full-time program, and you operate in a cohort, right? So you and your colleagues, or you and your classmates in your cohort mates, y'all will all be taking the same exact classes. right? So you'll have people going through the same courses and programming as you, whether you are a L1, L2, or L3. However, the part-time program, I think they have an online version, but that part-time online version is for people that basically live out of state. So they won't let you do part-time online if you live here. That's what they told me. Don't ask me why. I do not know. I probably could have asked, but I was just still shocked that they were like, nah, this is for people out of state. And then they also have mentorship. So you will have a mentor, someone who has gone through these classes as well. Sound familiar? Ding, 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 ATA, right? So you'll have mentorship. They'll also have faculty and staff members that are willing to help and assist you as well throughout your graduate school career. And one of the things that they were very, very big on for those of you that love working your 40 hours and going to school full time is you will not be able to do that in law school. So if you're wanting to go to law school, working is a whole different situation. Okay. So they don't suggest that. But once again, thank y'all for going on that trip. And then thank you, Erica, for ordering us the baked potatoes for lunch. That it was slamming. I had a brisket one. It was crazy. I got people making eyes like, what? Y'all had baked potato? Yeah, you missed it. Fight me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, let any questions about South Texas College of Law that I'm probably not going to be able to answer, but I will try. Online is for both. Ooh, wait. What did it say? One second, folks. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the people who are out of town, they have to come in for 1 week to meet residency. That's what you said? Yeah, it's weird. But hey, we out here flexible. Well, they are flexible. I mean, UHD is too. Don't hold on, my fault. Like most of y'all take online classes too. Okay. So some why can't we work in law school? Are they paying the bills? No, they are not. Hey, they are absolutely not. Now, there are some graduate programs, right? Like med schools. There are some med schools where it's like you have to do research and you do get paid for that, right? So they do not let you have a full-time, they do not let you have a job outside of that. However, law school is law school. There is a lot of nepotism involved in law school. So do with that information what you will. So somebody like me, whose rent is crazy, law school is out of the picture for me, right? But like if I lucked up and like Beyonce and Jay-Z got divorced and then like she came back to Houston and I was like, oh my God, I love you so much. And then we actually got married like I had planned when I was 13, then right, I would be able to afford to go to law school like 5 times because she's a billionaire. And then if she divorces him, she gets half of that too. So then that's crazy, right? So not that I'm just putting that out into the air or anything like that with like my hopes and my wishes and dreams, but I'm just saying, okay? Look, it's not impossible, okay? There's always a chance, all right? Look, man, I dream high, okay? Like I'm shooting for the stars. All right. So general grad school info. Okay, so everybody has an opinion. Look, if you want to just call me ugly, bro, you can just call me ugly. All right. Anyway, so general grad school info. Okay. So for those of you that don't necessarily want to just go to law school, there are other options, of course, right? But I wanted to provide y'all with just some general information and some things for you to think about. Leave me alone. Before I end the meeting and don't answer nobody's questions. All right. Y'all are getting on my nerves. All right. So graduate school is not always necessary. Okay. So please do not let people convince you that you have to go. Saeed, I'm going to fail you in my class if you keep commenting. Okay. Now, graduate school is not necessary for every student. Okay. You have to make the decision of whether or not grad school is important for you. Now, people that can help you make that decision, your success coaches, your career coaches, they can also help as well. Okay. Now, you want to do your research. Okay. We keep pushing the focus two assessment because it helps you make these kind of decisions, right? So when you finish your focus two, you'll notice that it spits out like different career paths that you can go down. It also tells you what degrees you need, whether those degrees are available at UHD or not. Do you need certifications? It also tells you how much money you can make, right? By doing these different career paths, right? All based around what your interests are, what you like to do in your free time, your skills, all of those different things. So do that focus two assessment and then have a conversation with your career coach, right? So that you can see whether or not graduate school is actually for you and whether or not that investment is necessary for you to make. All right. So your undergraduate performance matters. It absolutely does, because even those classes that you took at like Lone Star back in like 2006 or whatever, and you were doing dual credit, but you didn't really know that those classes were going to follow you. Yeah, guess what? They want those transcripts too. Yeah. High school, they were like, oh, a permanent record. That doesn't exist. College, it follows you everywhere. When I worked in admissions at Texas State, I had to tell somebody that they could not get admitted into Texas State because of an F that was on their transcript from 10 years ago. All right. So please take your courses seriously. Lakeisha. Hi. Lakeisha asked, when you say transcript, do you mean unofficial or official? Unfortunately, it has to be your official transcripts. So a lot of community colleges don't charge for your transcripts. You can like purchase as many of them. I know like at San Jacinto College, you can purchase or you can get as many copies of your transcript as you want. You don't have to pay for them. A lot of universities, for some reason, you have to pay for a transcript. Like, yeah, you got to pay for your records. That's crazy, right? Um, Look, this is recorded, so I can't say the things I want to say. Um, Christian, you had a question. Shh, 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 shh. If it follows you, your transcripts follow you, and then some jobs that you want to apply for, they want your unofficial transcripts, right? So your undergraduate performance, that's your real permanent record. Whatever they said in high school about permanent records, they lied, because I don't care what you did in high school. No one does. I was a great student in high school. Don't nobody ask me about my high school transcript. Don't nobody care what I did in calculus. They don't care. I'm just kidding. It was pre-cal and I slept. Which is why I got a C in calculus when I went to college. All right. So so don't be like me. All right. What are prerequisites, Lakeisha? So they're not your core classes technically, but some prerequisites technically might be a core curriculum course. A prerequisite is any course that you, yes, Josephina, that's what I'm talking about. Any classes that you need in order to apply to a program, right? So nursing schools have prerequisites and different things like that. Your undergraduate degree, most of the time, now I want y'all to listen to this because this is real. Your undergraduate degree most of the time does not matter when you want to go to grad school. Like what you get your degree does not, what you get your degree in does not matter. Your GPA and then whether or not you completed your prerequisites for that program matter. When I worked at Texas State, yeah, this was a long time ago. So when I worked at Texas State, we took some students to a med school program, right? And in this med school program, they told me something that stuck with me for a while. They have had students admitted into their program who were art majors, business majors, musician majors, right? All you had to do was do your prerequisites, do well in them, have a good statement of purpose, a good resume, and all of that, and you can get into med school. You don't need to be a biology major to do that. All right. So you need to research what programs you want to go into and what the requirements are. What prerequisites do you need? Right. Just like in undergrad, y'all are spending money right now. Graduate school is an investment. It will not be free unless you have Hazelwood and you've only used X amount of hours. Y'all don't even want to know my Hazelwood story. I told my mom and dad about Hazelwood my freshman year. Oh yeah, your dad didn't do the GI Bill, so it's all good. Don't need the GI Bill. So 4 years of college I could have had for free. Didn't though. Grad school was free, but not so much undergrad. So come on, Biden, roll the dice. Need my name to show up, please, so I can stop paying that. I'm gonna just stop paying it in general. All right, so so anyway, just like undergrad, don't be like me. Please do not default on your loans. I'm not defaulting either. We are paying those. That was a joke. That was a joke. This is recorded, so I am saying it again. This is a joke. Please pay the university back so that I do not get fired for inciting that. All right. So, so anyways, study for your entrance exams as well, right? Most graduate school programs, you have to do either the GRE or like a MCAT, LSAT, whatever, like all of those. Prepare for it just like you would for any other class. They do have like certain schools and community colleges and online programs will have like study materials that you can lean into so that you can do well on those exams. All right. Priority deadlines as well. I forgot what the priority deadline for South Texas College of Law was, but it was like coming up pretty soon. I think it was May 1st or something like that. Um, huh? Heidi's birthday is May 1st. If y'all trying to, turn up for Heidi one time on May 1st, you know what I'm saying? We might do a little. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This is recording. So again, that was a joke to whomever is going to be looking at this. All right. In May and November of each year. Thank you. Yes. She went, obviously. So each grad school and each school in general, right? Or each graduate program in each school, whatever, right? They're going to have their own priority deadlines, their absolute deadlines, all of that. You have to do your research, right? You can think this stuff through with your success coaches, right? You can come to us, talk to us about this. I've been to grad school. It sucked. I mean, I had a great time. And I can walk you through kind of what my approach was, right? But you have to do your due diligence and figure out what it is that you need to do. And then, like I said earlier, get all your transcripts, right? So even if you apply right now, and this is important, listen to this, right? If I applied right now, right, say this was my senior year, I applied to grad school for, I guess, the spring and I get it, or the fall, and I get accepted in the fall, right? The transcripts that I sent them are technically not complete because my classes are in progress right now. So before I get there in the fall, whenever I complete this semester, I have to send them an updated transcript showing that I passed the classes I was in whenever I applied. Yes. Ooh. I don't know. I'm gonna summarize this, y'all. Don't worry for the online folks. Okay, so the question was, does UHD um, give you the option to have an updated transcript sent to oh, what up, Dante? I just met with Dante. That's my boy. Come on, Deontay and Deontay, we out here. So whether or not the transcript, whether it gives you the option to update the or send an updated transcript. And the answer that was given is UHD does not do it, but the clearinghouse themselves, I guess, can have that option. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Look, if I don't see it happen, like if I didn't request it happen, it didn't happen. So I would make sure, all right, that you just go ahead and spend that $9 one more time and make sure that it gets sent. All right. Parchment would allow you to do it. Thank you, Julian. And the other one is called the National Student Clearinghouse. I remember having, never mind. All right. Any questions, any other questions about just general grad school info? Lakeisha, what grad school did I go to? I went to the same school that I graduated my undergrad from. Where was that? Texas State, baby. San Marcos. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Eat 'em up, go Cats, go. I'm just kidding. Go Gators. Go Gators. Did I party in Austin? This is a professional setting. We don't need to know about what I was doing on my days off. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I could and like I could say the question again, but my answer is just going to be just good for everybody to hear. So basically, the decision that you have to make when it comes to graduate school, like if you have some not so great past history, right? Understand that graduate programs take a holistic view at your application. So at that same grad school trip that I told y'all about that I did like 8 years ago or something like that, one of the things that they also told us was not only did they have people who got into grad school, like got into med school as like art majors and stuff like that, they also told me something that was really profound. They have turned people down with 4.0s. They also admitted people with 2.5s, right? Your application as a whole gets reviewed, right? So your statement of purpose, your transcripts, right? Your resume, your extracurriculars that you were involved in, how much of a well-rounded student were you, right? There's a lot of students that have a 2.5 GPA, but if you go and you look at the transcript, you see that, oh, all of this happened in, these 2 years. And then everything else after that is all A's, right? Because your transfer GPA typically, depending on the institution, right? So depending on like here at UHD, I believe we look at just the highest attempt of all of your courses, but some institutions average them out. Other institutions look at your most recent attempt, right? So let's say that I get a C in the class and I'm like, nah, I need to retake that because I can get a B, and then I get a D instead. They're gonna count the D instead, right? So it depends. And these are questions that you can ask like the admissions team for whichever institution you are trying to get into. They will tell you how they calculate transfer GPAs. Good question. Lakeisha, what are the requirements for the grad school? My grad school? Just grad school in general? I don't know what I said. Oh, well, most of the same stuff that you would have to submit to get into undergrad. Right. So they're going to look at like your previous transcripts. You usually do like a statement of purpose, a resume. A statement of purpose is basically like a cover letter for the grad school. They want to know why you want to go there. Right. So that's where you tell your story. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do with my education. This is where I come from. Like my grad school application talked about me being a first generation college student and wanting to be better, right? Wanting to continue my education and eventually get a PhD. Lied about that, not doing it. But at the time, I thought so. But I think I'm cool. Any other questions before we move on? Yes. Mm, probably Probably if so, the question was if I'm graduating spring 2025, when should I apply for grad school? The question, Dr. Deontay, go for it, not doing it. That's kind of a loaded question because it really, I hate saying this, but it depends, right? So if I was graduating spring 2025, I would hopefully have already started researching by fall 2024, right? And depending on what the admissions process is, right, I might have already submitted my application during fall, or depending on when the priority deadlines are and different things like that, right? So it really just depends. And also, like, some grad school programs, you can't even start applying until you have a GRE score, right? Or maybe you can start the process and then upload your GRE or grad school or entrance exams once you already start the process. So I wish I had a more solidified answer, but it's gonna have to time up with when are their absolute deadlines. Okay. Some schools do not require the GRE at all. Some, some. Yes. I mean, if you got the money, them grad. So the question was, is it a good idea to apply to multiple graduate schools? I would say, yeah. I mean, the wider net that you cast, the more likely you are to land somewhere. It's just that sometimes it's just that sometimes that can get expensive depending on the program because a lot of applications cost money. But if you have waivers and you can just apply wherever you want to apply, throw in your name in as many hats as possible. But I know like the South Texas College of Law, I think they said they only accept like, I think it was like something like 30 or 40 students a semester or something like that. And they get hundreds of applications. So putting all your eggs in one basket can be a risk to take. Yes. That's a lot. Okay. So we're shooting a good 10%, you know? Yeah. Yes. It's still an application. Yeah. I mean, because you're still applying to a school. So you're going to go through the same process as if you were applying to anything else. So the application in and of itself, the transcripts, all that, even though you're here, wherever you transferred from, you're still going to have to send the transcripts again. Yes. I don't work in graduate admissions, so I won't be able to tell you whether or not students who are already here have an easier route getting in. I will say I have to move on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. So I will say that let me put it to you like this. When I went to grad school, I had to take an accounting class. And I walked into my last summer session. And my accounting professor was my professor for my graduate accounting class that was going to start that summer. And he pulled me out of class. Like, he saw me and he was like, "Hey, come here. I need to talk to you real quick." I was nervous because I was like, this man has never spoken to me just individually, like outside of the class, like unless I went up and asked him a question, because I had him for about 2 classes in undergrad. And I can't remember his name, but I remember his face. But anyway, so I walk out, and then he says to me, he says, "Why are you enrolled in my accounting class?" And I just looked at him. I was like, "Cause it's a requirement for grad school." And then he said, "Yes, but why are you going to grad school here?" And I said, "Because the McCoy College of Business is a good school." And he said, "I mean, yeah, but you already have your finance degree from here. So why are you going to school here?" And I was just like, "I mean, it's a good program and I wanted to be here." And then he said, "You would learn more by leaving this institution and doing your graduate school somewhere else." I didn't listen, but he was probably right, because I got nothing out of grad school. So I'm just being honest. It was basically like doing my last 2 years of undergraduate school again, but with a lot more group work and a lot less help from your professors. That was pretty much it. Right. So I would encourage you to research whatever programs it is. I still stuck with it though, because the McCoy College of Business actually had a lot of opportunities, and I did get good opportunities. But I went to Texas State for grad school so that my graduate assistantship I could do. And because of that graduate assistantship is why I am the director of ATA. And that's how I got here. So like, grad school is cool and all, but I went to I went to Texas State's grad school program specifically so that I could be a success coach while I was doing my graduate assistantship. So I did it for other reasons other than the educational part. Okay. Let's move on. Uh I'm not doing a doctorate. All right, so Canvas. So just as a reminder, y'all, can you exit out of? Thank you. So just as a reminder, this is what the Canvas site looks like. So for those of you that are new to the program and haven't logged into Canvas and looked at it, it looks exactly like any of your other classes. Okay, so the same way. So if you look at the success coaching sessions and the focus 2 assessment and all of that, right? The first session and the second success coaching, there's nothing for you to submit, right? The only ones on there where you're going to be submitting something are anything that requires a reflection essay and the focus 2 assessment, right? So that means like the ATA professional portfolio, the focus 2 part, any event that you go to, right, where you want to do a reflection essay, those are the things that you have to submit. Everything else, we just update. So every time that you meet with your success coach, we usually go in and give you your points right then and there as soon as you walk into the office. Every time that y'all meet with your peer mentors, they are supposed to be doing activity, or not activity sheets, those two, but contact sheets, where I count up those meetings that they have with y'all, and then I award you your points through the peer mentor meetings one, right? So if it doesn't require you to technically write anything yourself and reflect on anything yourself, you don't have to worry about submitting anything for it. Okay. If you have questions about Canvas, please reach out to your peer mentors, right? Go to the Gator Success Lounge, not the ATA Lounge, the Gator Success Lounge, talk to a peer mentor, right? They can pull up Canvas and show you how to do it. Okay. Any questions about Canvas? Bet. Okay. Gator Success Lounge S418. So as y'all can recall, we no longer call this S418 the ATA Lounge for political reasons. So now it is the Gator Success Lounge. I don't know if we're sticking with that name or not. I can't really, I don't know. I know we asked y'all what name y'all prefer. We're gonna look, The Swamp. I like the Swamp, but you know, people, it sounds dirty. Well, we're the Gators, and that's where swamp, they be in the swamp. Or the Bayou. Y'all seen the Bayou water today? It's a real chocolate milky today. It's great. It's beautiful to watch. Just mud and trash. Anyway, so please, whenever you go into the lounge, right, please sign in. We usually have a piece of paper that's on the table. Can you see the no, you can't, because we rearranged this room, but there's a table there. I think one of the ideas that one of the FTIC mentors came up with, and then one of my mentors shared with me, was that we will be putting the QR code on that TV that's in there. So whenever you walk in, you can just scan the QR code and sign in that way. Please do not falsify any information. Luckily, whenever you scan that QR code, though, it forces you to sign in with your UHD credentials. So we know your email address. So if you get in here trying to be like, oh, I wasn't really in here, I'm gonna just put whatever, I'm gonna look at that and be like, hey, I need you to be a more responsible adult. So don't just put your contact info. UHD students only, please. I know sometimes you want to bring your little boo thing to the thing. I get it. Okay. But see, when they are here, I'm now responsible for what happens to them. Okay. So like, don't, please and thank you. Except little kids. Like if you got babies, hey, bring your babies. All right. We will make sure that the cheering is all right. All right. We will, I don't know what those eyes mean. I'm gonna just skip over that. We will we will occasionally close for staff meetings. Okay. So sometimes you'll show up and you'll probably see me standing in there and me not unlocking the door. And that's because we have a staff meeting. So our team staff meetings for the transfer mentors are going to be on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. for the rest of the semester. So every Wednesday at 3 p.m. we will be closed. Previously, we were closing on Friday at 12 p.m., but I have some pretty cool staff members who enjoy being here all day on Friday for some reason. So the Gator Success Lounge will be open from 8 to 5 on Fridays. All right. So the same hours, Monday through Thursday. Someone had a question. What was the question? Damn. If they're locked, that's more than likely because you only had a week to complete them. And no, I'm not opening them again. Yeah, because what y'all are not about to have me doing is what we did last semester and try to grade all of that like in a week after y'all did it that same week. And I like not being stressed out. So if you missed it, you missed it. So today's program meeting, that reflection, it closes 7 days from today at midnight. So you have from now until then to do your reflection. I also only leave them open for a week to prevent anyone from trying to do these reflection essays for things that they did not actually go to. So that you can get to the end of the semester and be like, damn, I'm running low on points. I'm gonna try to, and then you just turn in a bunch of stuff. No, we're not doing that. We just went over the mandatory and optional parts. So all of this is the reflection essays for this. All reflection essays are optional. All of it. You don't have to do any of them. If you want points for the events that you went to, though, you have to do the reflection part. Good question. Any other questions? Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Have them apply. Mhm. Yes, the only difference is like so the book voucher part for this semester, they won't be able to get it for this semester, but they will still be able to attend these program meetings, meet with a success coach, meet with a mentor, come to any of our events. If they get admitted into the program right now, but we're kind of like at the end of the semester, so we would be bringing them in, but prepping them to get started and hit the ground running during the fall. We also will be here during the summer. Yay. Um, Sometimes I wish I worked in an ISD. But we will be here during the summer. So if you need assistance over the summer, we will be working on that. I don't know what kind of programming we'll probably do during the summer. If I have the ability to have peer mentors hired during that time, like be employed during that time, we'll probably do, I don't know, maybe some kind of events, stuff like that. But y'all got to come to campus for those things. Right. So if y'all want to come kick it in the lounge during the summer and do some cool stuff, some more movie nights. We watched Inception. What was that? The fifth, fourth, 15th? What was the date? 21st? Damn, I'm way off. My days are running together. So yeah, we was in there watching Inception, getting pizza and all of that. So if these are things that y'all are interested in and y'all want to, I think somebody, I can't remember who, but we were talking about doing Loteria. Was that Brenda? Yeah. So we might have a Loteria night this month, but the mentors have to plan that. I ain't doing none of it. So if y'all really want that to happen, yeah, email them. Ask them the questions. Yes. You can bring whatever you want to the Gator Success Lounge as long as it's legal. Um, yeah, have yourself a time. Have yourself a time. Yeah, if you want to bring your Switch, you can bring your Switch. Yeah. No, so okay, thank you for that. So listen up real quick. Listen up real quick. So there's a CLC. Cool, thank you. So there is a CLC reflect. Damn, we only got 6 minutes. There's a CLC reflection for every program meeting, right? If you want the reflection points, you have to do this part. You being here and signing up, you get your credit for being present at the program meeting. But if you want to reflect on it and get an extra point, right, about what you learned and all of that good stuff, then you do the reflection part. But you do not have to. That is optional. Okay. All right. So I think this is the second to last one, right? Or do we have another? Oh, we got to talk about scholarships. Okay, I'm gonna speed through this real quick. Um, was that in the keys? I heard that. So access to your UHD shopping cart is open now, right? So you can go ahead and start adding your courses in there. Registration starts April 1. Okay, that is not an April Fool's joke. Please do not think that I'm bluffing on that. It absolutely starts on April 1st. Right. So you will be able to register. If you have not met with your academic advisors yet and talked about your courses, please try. Well, I don't really know how much luck you're going to have in between now and the first, but at least try to, have a conversation. If you have to register first and then have a conversation, hey, look, I used to do it all the time and be like, nope, I want these classes. And just in case I'm wrong, I'm going to have an appointment afterwards, at least so I can lock in the times I want. And then if I have to like go back and figure, then all right, then I'll go back and make adjustments based off of what's left. All right. But don't wait. These are the different activities that we have coming up for the month. Our program meeting this month is going to be on the 25th. We were going to have Fuel Up for Finals on the 25th, but we will be collaborating with, forget the name of the Cedros department. What is that? No, not supplemental instruction. Is it student success? Academic support services? That's what it is, academic support services. And then student engagement and activities, right? So we will be collaborating with them. They're doing most of the logistics for that. Yeah, but they're doing most of the logistics for all of that. And once we get more information about that, we will let y'all know about that event coming up. But that will be one of the things that we get credit for. Let's move on to the final part, the part that look, man. So these scholarships have been my least favorite program. We are working on a way. Okay, so we're working on a way to make it a little bit more efficient. We have not posted these scholarships, like the scholarships that are supposed to be awarded for fall 2024. We have not posted those scholarship applications just yet. The reason being is because I do not want to go through the same route that we did the last couple of semesters because it has been a nightmare. So I am hoping for us to be able to get those posted with financial aid and scholarships, like the way that you would apply for any other scholarship at the university through their system, and just make it apparent that these are only for ATA students. But we have to get that approved and go through a bunch of different things. So over the next couple of weeks, my goal is to hopefully iron that out so that we can get those scholarship applications posted. We will probably have a later deadline than we have had in the past for scholarships. Which I mean, that's just going to put more pressure on me to have to get those done. But I don't want to cut y'all's application time down on account of us making changes, right? I don't want to punish y'all for us switching things up. So all I'm asking for is just your patience with all of that. For those of you who were awarded your scholarships for the spring and those did not post, yes, you, please stop looking at me. For those of you that have gone through that, please believe that I am trying to get that situated. Me and Erica have been sending so many emails about it. I'm sorry, I'm having PTSD. It has been a nightmare, but we are working on it. Please, please, please work with us. I promise you, we are trying to get it done. And as soon as I have updates about anyone who is missing their scholarships for the 2023 semester, I will let you know. I believe we have sent everything to the people. Like, it's out of our hands again. Again, it's out of our hands. So we're waiting on other people to finalize that. Once we know, we will let you know. Yes. You can buy an iPad for just under $500. Is that what you just said? Like taxes included? That's gangster. Okay. Don't thank me. It ain't my money. Thank the Board of Education. Thank them. That had nothing to do with me. If I'm graduating this semester, do I still I missed the Nah, girl, nah. If look, you better coast it out. Lauren, you coast it out. You don't have to do everything. If you're graduating this semester, just come to these meetings, come talk to us, and we're gonna make sure we celebrate y'all at the end of the semester. Are we still doing the end of semester celebration? April 26th, we will be doing an end of semester celebration. If you're graduating, let us know. We want to make sure that we talk good about you and make sure that you have some things to walk across the stage with. I'm gonna just say that. Oh, and then I let you look at the PowerPoint. We ain't, and that was the main thing you told me to fix, and I didn't do it. The last day to use your book vouchers. Make sure y'all listen to this. May 31st. Who said 33rd? That's not heard. Oh, word. Yeah, so May. Shh, Lauren, stop typing stuff. Yes, so May 31st. May 31st is the last day for you to use your book voucher. So if you didn't use your book voucher for this particular semester, but you're going to take summer classes, you can use it for maybe buying some summer books or supplies for summer school. But the 31st is the last day. So don't come to me on June 1st talking about something. Oh, I still had money left over. We taking it back. It's not my look. It is not my decision. All right. It ain't look. It's above me. I don't get paid for that. Yes. Yes. So the it'll be the same topics, in or same categories for the scholarships as last semester. Because those are, I believe they're written into the grant. So we can't change them anyway, I think. Good question. Any other questions? Did I miss anything in the chat? Anyone online? That's a lot going on. That also does sound like theft. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I know some scammers in real life, you know what I'm saying? That sounds scammy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sounds sounds real call center-ish. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, y'all, I will let y'all do your defrauding of the bookstore without me involved in it. This is recording still. I did not tell anyone to scam the bookstore. That was him. It was not me, just in case anyone is listening. All right. Any other questions, people? All right, we are done. If y'all have Charmaine, if y'all have any questions that did not get answered today, send them to Heidi, not me. I'm kidding. You can send you can send me an email, or shoot an email to your peer mentors. Y'all be safe and have a great rest of your evening.